See if we're gonna have anyone today. Good afternoon or morning. Well, no. Well, morning if you're in Pacific, afternoon for everywhere else, and possibly night for another country. All depends, I guess, right? It really all depends. But hello and welcome. My name is Nala. I am the founder of Sagro's Crafts and the owner. And today, we're kind of just going to get back into simply enjoying crafting. That's that's really what we need to well, at least I feel like I need to do. Sometimes we get so serious sometimes that we kind of forget to just enjoy crafting. So, that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to make, as the title said, it's going to be a Mother's Day card because I know Mother's Day is coming up. Excited. Mother's Day is coming up. And so I'm going to do a Mother's Day card. Let me make sure everything is good for the live. Okay. Cool beans. All right. My thing was still kind of behind for some reason. All right. So let's get started. So I have a plan. First thing we're going to do is just simplicity. All right. We're going to get, this one's a little bit bent. Let me get a better cardstock. Okay. Let's get a piece of cardstock, white cardstock. Thinking of a pink, purple. You guys know I love my pinks and purples. So let's just stick to purple life. All right, so I am going to do something. Let me see if I have, I do. Okay, I'm gonna use these Post-its because I don't really like these. And so, well, I like them. This is not my favorite color. So I don't mind wasting it. Or it's not a waste if it's crafting, I guess. All right, so I'm actually going to just create a line about right here. Then I'm gonna try to match it up. Just a little crooked. And I'm gonna do like a fade, but I don't want it to pass this area. And I want it to look like a fade, if that makes any sense. And then on the bottom, I'm actually just gonna take some washi tape and I'm gonna create just that little bit here. And also, maybe it'll also help me keep this down. Like, stay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use some distress ink. I'm thinking let's go with picked raspberry. All right. Grab my brush, my blending brush. There should actually be picked raspberry on here, but just in case. I learned this from Kathy. This was the best thing ever. Okay. Okay. So this is the idea. I wanted to like have this fade, but I don't want it to be like when we're like fading down for like creating grass or anything like that. I wanted to kind of have a fade and then just stop. That's the idea. Okay. I am going to use images, stamp images, but we're not going to color them. So that's why I kind of want it to have that little oomph, that little difference. Okay, so this is how I'm going to achieve the look. I'm actually going to start in the center and I'm going to blend across the center. So it's to be a nice, bold blend. Add some more. have to go from this side now. Keep going across. From the center, try not to click too hard so that I don't cause that blot kind of a look. I really want it to be very, very bold, because I think that's going to give the illusion that I want. It's kind of like a lifeline, if that makes sense, right? And then I'm just going to go really big like this. I'm going to try to go here and then lightly. Try to blend this out a little bit more so it could be a more softer transition. There we go. And then huge circles. Let's see how that looks. Start with the corner. Yep, not too bad. Okay, that works. Not exactly how I wanted it to look. But I have an idea. So we're going to work with it. So from here, I'm actually going to go a little bit more up. I'm going to let that line stay there, right? And I'm just going to kind of fade it out a little bit. It's going to require a lot of brushing. Okay, do the bottom, same. And just try to fade it out just a little bit. Okay, that works. All right, so now we are going to grab the Misty. Yes. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some stamping. Now, I needed to pick a picture that I was like, okay, one that is, I like the shade of the pink. Thank you, Angel. Hilarious. I'm actually about to talk about Angel, my daughter Angel. And so, I had like a heart-to-heart moment with my daughter. And so, this color is picked raspberry. I had a heart-to-heart moment with my daughter yesterday, and so with creating this card, I thought of using this image right here because I feel that it was definitely the type of connection that we had. So I'm going to use that image and the sentiment that says, I will always be your baby. But we're gonna incorporate it with this stamp. So ultimately it's gonna say, believe I will always be your baby. We're gonna use it together. So let's first start off with the image. And I wanna put all the stamping first, and we are gonna do some die cutting because this is going to be a shaker card. But it's not going to be a full, it'll be little pieces of shakers. So I'm thinking of having her right here. And then the believe, I want to put right here, kind of half up, half down, a little bit closer, right? And then we'll get the I will always be your baby. Since it's like an extension of the believe, and it kind of it goes with the image. Wow, I can't speak. I'm actually gonna place it right underneath in that little corner. I think it's a perfect little accent. So we're gonna go ahead. There we go. Close that MISTI up, get down and ready to go. Grab our ink. If you've never used the stamp before, don't forget to prime your stamps. Always, you know, try to prime it and it'll help so that the ink can attach to your stamp a lot better. And I'm gonna use black ink, just regular black ink. Since I'm not gonna be coloring, I don't have to worry about it being Copic friendly. As a matter of fact, I should have used, if this doesn't stamp good, I will use my, which one is this called? It is called Missing, apparently, because it's missing. I have no clue where that ink went. Okay, well, that's missing. I think it's called the I forgot the name of Prime Verse. I forgot the name of that, but that's fine. My daughter probably took it, my youngest daughter. So I'm gonna have to do a couple of inking, and that's okay. All right. One more? Yep. Let's go again. And it's really just for that believe. Okay. See how this looks? Wow. Now that's bold. That's pretty bold. I like that. Okay. So we got that. Let's clean it up with my handy dandy stamp cleaner. I am using this to the end of life. Like, I just want it to become, I learned you can really like deteriorate those things. And I have definitely deteriorated them before. All right, let's put all this stuff away. And because we're gonna try to clean. I love you too, Angel. Thank you, sweetheart, for coming. All right. So, all right. Actually, this looks pretty nice. You just cut that out and then go ahead, add a second layer. I kind of like that. That's pretty cute. Okay. So now I'm actually going to take a block, and I would like to use these separate stamps. I like that it's not connected to the one stamp and it's completely separate. That allows me for free form of art. And I think I have another, where are you? I have another block somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. That way I don't have to waste anybody's time. Okay, another block. Let's get it. So, let's see, believe I will always be your baby. That's so cute. I'm actually going to use my Brutus Monroe because I like the square and the convenience of it. And I'm going to add this little accent. I want to make sure it has enough ink because I can't do it again because I'm horrible at block stamping and doing it the same location again. Epic fail. Epic fail, okay? I'm telling you. All right, let's try to hold that down. Okay, that looks good. I did move a little bit, but that's all right. And then I'm gonna do another one right here. I like the stars and the heart. And with the idea of believe, right? It really makes me feel that idea of believe. So I love that. Okay. Now we're gonna do the other side. Just make sure I prime it a little bit. And I'm thinking of placing it right there between them because it looks like there's some magic going on there, right? Yes, that was better. Much better. Okay, and then I'm going to put one more. I don't know if it's going to stay, but maybe put like one more. Let's do about, maybe, no, maybe right here. Yeah, that's good. What you think? Not bad, right? Let's clean this up. This is probably going to be the shortest video I've ever done. And the card is still going to be elegant. All right. And for anyone who is watching now or watching later, don't forget to add, if you have a Facebook, most people do now these days, but don't forget to add the Segura's Crafts page to get updates on events, lives, and giveaways or anything that may be going on, as well as see videos and wonderful, beautiful creations of cards. And also some cards that are created from the design team as well. All right, so we have this down. Now let's get into some die cutting. All right. All right, I'm gonna use my Gemini. Turn it on, that'd be essential. And come here. Can you imagine if I dropped that and it just cracked my stuff? That'd be horrible. All right, so I believe this came with my Gemini Junior. I think that's how I got it, but I'm just gonna use the small and the medium heart. Those are the two things I'm using from it. Okay, and let's see. Let me, just in case, because I don't want it to smudge, I'm gonna dry it really quick, so a little bit of noise. Okay, just to make sure, you know. All right, now I'm thinking we're gonna put one right here. And then we'll have another one about, actually, what if we do one here, right there in that little smudge area that I'm not too fond of. And then I can do one like here, and then we'll use this same one and put it right here. Let's see. I think that would be cute. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna rip a little piece of washi tape so it doesn't move, because my Gemini has a ghost of itself. Okay, let's run it through. Okay, now I'm gonna pop this up and do another one right yonder. One of the beautiful words I learned from North Carolina. Yonder. First time I heard someone, I was like, what's a yonder? But it became, ooh, that made a really deep indent. Whoa, see that? Holy moly. Okay. And look at that. Indented here too. My Lord. All right, let's go. Run it again. Do some cleaning in the meanwhile. pretty. Best thing is these can still be used, even though I don't like this color. Okay. Well, I wouldn't use it in my office, if that makes sense. My office is full of colorful stuff. I love the colorfulness of life. Colors really do bring something to our lives, you know? All right, I lost one. Oh, wow, right in front of me. There you go. And I have glasses on, ladies and gentlemen. That happened. Okay, let's go ahead and put this away. Should be it for die cutting. All right, I feel like I would like to use these, possibly. I'm gonna save them. They're definitely useful somewhere. Okay, so we have this part down. Now let's put our window. So to create a window, you can use acetate, you can use maybe packaging that you have left over. I am gonna see what I have. Okay, I've got packaging, so let's work with this. So I'm going to take some scissors, and I'm just going to cut, because I don't need to do the entire page. I just need to do those 3 areas of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So is it me or does this look blurry? Does that look blurry to you guys? Let's see if I can clean it. Let's see. Do I have alcohol? I do have alcohol. Cool. And I'm gonna grab a little piece of maybe not ink paper, but regular paper. Rip it in half because I don't need that much. And I'm gonna wipe one side, turn it over, spray, wipe the other, and hopefully that made it a lot better. Hopefully. If not, we did the best that we can. Actually, yeah, it looks a lot better. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna cut off a little, a thick strip, right? And then I may as well just cut this part off because I'm for sure not gonna use that. And we'll do cut there and cut there. Hopefully this all fits. It should, right? I don't know if you can see. But here's the plastic. That should fit just fine. And then these for sure. Actually, I could probably use this on one of the smaller ones. That would be more accurate. Okay. So this is going to be that smaller one. And then this should work for the bigger one. There's a way to measure. All right. So this for sure is small. This for sure is small. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to use some glue. And just add some on the outside. I don't want it to be too far out, but I also don't want it to seep into my window area, right? So I want it to be able to grab on to the plastic, but not fall into the window where our shakers are going to be. All right, and I'm trying to, okay, there you go. Now, there's a small one. I'm going to put this down first because I just feel like I'm going to forget or misplace it somewhere. So I'm going to place it right over here. There we go. There you go. Good. And then we'll do the rest for everything else. So here's the large one. And you see me like pushing the glue on the outside. That's just so it could do the spreading that it naturally wants to do, but kind of control where that spreading is going. And go ahead and place this one down. And pushed it away from the heart. Away from the heart. All right, so now we have our windows. I think I have some rust on that needle because that's the last time I've ever seen orange in my glue, and that was because there was rust on the needle. All right, so that should be nicely held on. Yeah, looks pretty clear. Can't even tell it's there. So that's good. Awesome. And messy desk coming in hot. All right. So now let's go ahead and establish our base. So this is an 11 by 4 1/4. All right, so 11 by 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, and that's how you make a top fold card. So I'm going to use this, and I'm thinking, I have an idea. I'm gonna bring this down oh so slightly. Oh so slightly. I don't want to cut off any of the designs. So hold it. Awesome. And let's do a little bit of the bottom. Just a little bit. And a little on this side. Bringing that to 4. And then a little on the top. Bring that down to 5 1/4. All around. Oh yeah. And then okay, so we'll do that, and what I'm thinking, let's see if I can do this. I'm actually going to, nah, I'll leave it alone. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I'm gonna do a little distressing using my distress tool. Just to add a little oomph, a little something to it. Ooh. I hope everyone's having a good day today. It's Thursday, getting close to that Friday weekend. And it's crazy how this year has already, like, we're at May, guys. It's 2025. I feel like it just hit 2025 and we're already at May. Like, that is what's happening right now. And I'm just gonna bring a little bit of that here. And what I want to add a little bit something to it. So I'm gonna take that same color, the Distress ink, and I'm just going to kind of add a little pink to it. Give it a little definition. Yes, that was a good call. Awesome. Yes, I like that. All right, cool. Now, first thing first, let's add some foam tape. So, is this the same amount of thickness? It is not. All right, so I'm gonna use some regular size foam tapes, right? And first, I'm actually going to outline it, all of it. So from the corner, I'm gonna go all the way over. I'm gonna need some scissors, of course. Let's cut. Did I go over? I did not. Oh wow, that's perfect to the edge. And we're gonna do it all the way around. Cut. I hope that was not loud. Sorry if that was. It's here. Down. Cut. And one more over, and then a final cut. So that's our base, right? Because we want to make sure that when we put the shaker, that it doesn't like, it looks good on the outside. So that's how we just did that little frame, right? And now we're going to individualize each component of where we're going to be adding. If you want, which I think I am going to do, you can cut off the excess. And that might also assist while you are trying to add your foam tape. So I am going to cut the excess off. And be very careful to not cut your project, because that would be very sad. So now we're going to go ahead. I'm actually going to cut a pretty long piece off. And so that I don't have to use too much shaker bits, I'm going to actually bring it as close as possible to the heart. Okay. And one more this side. And I'm actually going to bring this way, see if I could bring it as close as possible. Cut, tuck, there you go. And hey, I think it's all going to fit. So I'm going to make them different. Two of them are going to be the same, and then one's going to stand out to be a different shaker. And that's kind of how I make my multi-shaker bits when I'm trying to make different ones, different colors. I am going to add a little bit one down here, just because of the simple fact that I'm trying to not use too much of my embellishments. All right. And then for the sake of balance, right, I'm going to put that here, and I'm probably going to add one more double piece. Lord, I hope that's not loud. I'm so sorry. Add there, cut this in half. I'm going to put it on this side so I don't make all that noise. And this is just to kind of keep it from sagging, right? Okay, so now add the shaker bits. Yes, shaker bits. I'm actually going to use the Kindred Smile clay, and then I will use the Aurora Gleam, okay? So what I'm thinking is the Kindred Smile, I will actually place it here, and then right here I'll use the Aurora Gleam, right? That corner, yeah. Or should I put it here? Maybe I should put it here, kind of symbolize the beauty of it, of a mother-daughter. Let's do that. No, I want the balance. We'll put it here, and then we'll do the other two there. That's fine. Okay, so try to make it as flat as possible. That looks good. And then we'll put the Kindred Smiles Put that here. Make it as flat as possible. And we still want it to shake, so we don't want to overdo it, right? And make it stagnant. And we're going to add a little bit more here. I like how this has more happier faces, and then the bottom has like more hearts. And look, I went in for more, still more happier faces than the hearts. You know what? That's just what it's supposed to be like. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's start removing the bits, the release, the back, you guys, you know what I'm saying? The tape, the back, you know, all right, it's not coming out. The release paper for the foam tape. That's what I'm trying to say. And be careful not to like shake all the bits out, because that just happened a couple of seconds ago. Did I do this one already? I did. And okay, oop, off you go, off you go, off you go. And here. Now, I'm taking them all off, but realistically, you probably would be okay if you left the ones that are around the hearts on, because they're just there to make sure that the shaker bits don't go anywhere else, right? But it does assist in making it more, come on. It does assist in making it more, how do you say? Making it more adhered. Did I do this part? I didn't do this part. To your base, your card base. Now, this was probably a bad idea, but we're gonna make this work. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna do a trick here. I'm actually gonna take this because this is going on here. Let's remove that off of there. All right. The other idea is to take glue and put it on glue, right? Put some glue behind your foam tapes. But here's another one. I'm going to use this pink layer as a guidance. And kind of make sure I go from corner to corner. I'm actually using my camera to bam. And that should center it. That was a really really oh my god, what is wrong with words today? Risky. That was risky, but let's see how it works. Okay, I mean, it went over a little bit, but we can always fix this, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. But otherwise, I love this. It's cute. I probably should have added a little bit more shaker, or did it move? Let's see if it just needs to be released a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you how we can actually fix this edge part. Let's make it look like it's clean. Okay. Just take a cutter, any of your trimmers that you may have, and just slightly chop that area off. I'm going to use this line to assure that it matches on that line. Like that. Go on the other side. Other side actually looks good. I'm just going to do a slight little end chop. Haha. Look at that. Now, of course, though we did add our little embellishments in there, I do still want to add just a little bit of gems on the outside. So that's what we're going to do. And then that'll be the end of the card. That was pretty quick. All right. Let me get my little friendly tray here. You gonna use the same your gleam. Like it's like pure crystals. See that? I love it. All right. Cool. All right. So I'm thinking we'll do a let's test it first. Sometimes it doesn't go out the way you want it to. So I'm thinking we put like, and I love how it takes the color of the background. See that? It looks kind of peachish. And flip for me. Flip. Okay, it's not gonna flip. Let's try one that's already. It reflipped when I put it down. Go figure. Okay. We'll put 2 here, right? And then we'll actually add another 2. Maybe like that. What do you think? Hello, Ruth. Thank you. Let's do it like that. Yeah, let's try that. And the way I like to do it is just because I don't want to move it too much. I kind of just go right underneath it of where I'm going to place it. I just make sure that they're equal so that the spacing doesn't go too far apart. And that's perfect. I love it. That looks good. Today was kind of about me stepping out, and just getting back into crafting. Like, I think I am gonna have a second channel. I decided that, but I'm gonna let this one just be the focus of crafting, because sometimes you just need to just craft. That's the enjoyable of my life, is crafting. But look at this card. You know, I want to add one more thing to it. One more. It needs a little splatter. What do you think? It's a little pink splatter. The same pink that we use. We're just going to continue that pink pattern going on. So let's go ahead. Put a little bit here. Add a little bit of water. And I'm going to see what brush I have. I have this one. That might work. And I'm just going to try to bring all that ink into there. Come on. Join the fun. And let's see if I can still get some pink splatters. Matter of fact, I might be able to do it this way. Use it with this. I think you have to put it on here though. I've never really done it on here. But I believe when you're doing it on here, you actually have to place it on here. This should be like crafting 101, right? And then you do this. Is that what it is? Let's see. Not enough. Am I doing that right? Let's see. Put a little bit more. And then add a little more water. Maybe I should actually like place it on there. Like that. And yep, that looks better. Okay. And then just add some of my own and a little just add little squiggles some places. I am going to add some of that back paper to kind of just make it seem like it's all part. All right. And that is the finished card. I think that is it. I love it. Kind of really describes motherhood. Like, so messy, but it's so beautiful. Look at that. The multiple. Imagine if you have different gems, making them all different gem colors to make it match your card. So there's so many different ideas you can do. Maybe you could monotone color this. Maybe you want to use embossing powder for this. So there's so many different ways that you could have, use this design and kind of make it your own. But this was just one idea that I came up with, and I hope it inspired you to try to get in there and create your version of multi-shaker dimension cards, or getting messy with the card and having fun with it. But that is the finished card. I love it. It's cute. Yeah, my little angel. And I hope you enjoy it. I will see you guys next week. It'll rather be a live, or it may just be a video. Either way, I'm doing good at making sure that if I can't get the video out there, I end up doing a live. So I'm making sure that is a priority for me now. And I thank you guys for being so patient with me, because I know I've been on and off, in and out, consistently. Because, I was trying to start up this business, and I am the only person running in the background. And I have my design team now, but as per making sure everything goes the way it's supposed to go and all that, that's all me. But I needed to try to find a way to get back into crafting. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll have my YouTube channel as just my regular crafting channel. And then I will announce when I have the other channel that's going to be more focused on crafting for mental health for those that are interested. But this channel will be solely for just enjoying crafting. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more crafting materials. I'm going to try to get back on getting creative and doing different things again, because I need it. I need to open my crafting creating side. And then add me on Facebook, on the Segura's Crafts Facebook page. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. And I am probably going to change the time, because I think this time may not be good for everybody. So I'm probably going to change the time of my lives or when I post, but nonetheless, I am here and I'm back. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and an even fantastic week, month, and year. I will see you guys next week. And don't forget, you are beautiful, you matter, and your life is the art of this world. Bye.